welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to see you all again. I've come on to do another weight loss video a little bit later than scheduled, but it's been a very hectic week for me, so I'm going to explain why after I've just spoken to you about this week's weight loss. Now, as you know, I was in Wales for 7 to 10 days, so I missed a weigh-in on the Wednesday. However, I was a very good girl and I took, well, I actually ordered from my consultant 2 weeks worth of products, so that had everything in that I needed to get in. I'd already discovered the thermos flask, the thermos food flask, so I knew any of the packet meals that I wanted in an evening, I could do so by just adding the water as it says on the packet, but rather than microwaving it, I would add the packet and the water to the thermos flask. Leave it for 5 minutes and I've got a meal. But I'd also stepped up onto step 2, so I was able to cook a 200 calorie meal each night as well, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I have stuck to step 2 now, which I'll come into in a bit as well. The other product that I discovered to take on holiday so that I could stick to plan was something I'd never heard of before. And excuse the traffic noise because I'm actually in the car park while Mr. Dyble's fishing. But yeah, so it was a USB powered blender, and at first I thought, USB powered blender, this isn't going to be strong enough. I like to put a lot of ice in my shakes and smoothies. Excuse the flies as well because there's nature everywhere. Yeah, I like to put a lot of ice in my shakes and smoothies. And I have got one of the, I think it's a Breville Active Blend. I've got one of those at home which does a great job of that. It makes the shakes so thick and cold, especially with the hot weather we've been having lately. So I went on the hunt for one of these USB blenders and found one on Amazon which has rave reviews. It's got lots and lots of reviews, so I knew that I was going to get something really good. People had put that it was absolutely, had no problem with cutting through ice and stuff like that, so I thought brilliant. Now I will say it is slightly, I wouldn't say it's too small, but it's a bit of a squeeze to get your ice, your water and your shake mix in. It can be done, but it can be messy from time to time, but I kind of just put up with it because it's so handy, and I've kind of learned a way to do it now. You'll get to know it yourself if you buy one. So with those two tools in hand, the thermos food flask and the little USB blender, 2 weeks worth of products, I was ready and raring to go on my little Welsh holiday. I did take a bit of footage, so there will be a vlog coming up, but I really do want to just, you know, the time I have got spare, concentrate on the weight loss videos for now, but I'll do my hardest to get all the footage off the SD card and bring you a few vlogs as well about Wales. So yeah, so you may be asking how did I do, and if you follow me on social media you'll know already how I did. If you're not already following me, I've got a separate Instagram account to my normal Donna Dyble account, and that I'll put a link on the screen down here, but it's basically at my Cambridge diary. So yeah, so that is where you'll find out, you know, just daily things, what I'm eating, little motivational quotes and things like that. So we came back on the Saturday night. I got weighed the following Wednesday, which is this Wednesday just gone. I'm filming this now on Saturday night, and in the 2 weeks not being weighed in, I'd lost 7¼ pounds, which I thought was amazing. I did do a lot of walking, but I kind of was, I almost sort of said to myself, I'm going to lose less weight because I know what it's like when I've tried to do exercise before. Not that I was trying, it was just a natural occurrence because we were on holiday and there's so many beautiful places to go and see in Wales. But when I have purposefully gone and done exercise before, again, if you've watched me for a while, you'll know it hasn't really helped with my weight losses. I've ended up retaining a lot of water around the new muscle. I mean, I'm sure some of it would be new muscle, and as we know, muscle weighs heavier than fat, but I don't know, it's just never really worked for me. So I don't know whether or not the 7¼ pounds was to do with the amount of walking that we did. or whether it was just the diet. So what I decided to do was, because I'd only just really gone on from step 1A, which was just the 3 Cambridge products a day, which is 600 calories, I then wanted to step up, because I wanted to be able to have an evening meal while I was with the family for those 10 days. And that is more or less the same as step 1A. You have the 3 Cambridge products a day and you cook yourself a 200 calorie meal. Now that is mainly made up of protein, and you do get a little bit of kind of vegetable as well with that, like salad or vegetable. So if you saw my Instagram, oh my god, let me talk to you about the meals that I've been having. King prawns, I've been buying the raw king prawns. I ordered I think there were 2 bags for £5 from Asda, and I also ordered the Asda's cauliflower rice. Now the cauli rice does say on the packet that you're meant to put it in the microwave, but again I have to adapt the diet when I'm in the motorhome. So I basically took my small frying pan, I did 2 pumps of the coconut fry light, but I probably didn't need to do that actually, because it's a Teflon Tefal flat frying pan, and even though the prawns, because you have to defrost them before you cook them, there is a little bit of water and liquid and moisture in there, but I don't actually, I used to cut a little slit in the bag and empty that out, and I don't anymore, because here's why. So I pop whatever's in that bag in the frying pan, and when I've put the prawns in, I then get some herbs. I've got 4 different herbs. I think one's a garlic salt, one's a Mediterranean tomato and herb, one is a peppercorn kind of mix, and the other one is, oh gosh, what is the other one? You have to go on my Instagram. Go on my Instagram, because I've actually put a picture. They're the same herbs that I've used on a recent picture of a tuna salad, which I had for my tea last night. But yeah, I mean, you can add any herbs and things like that, spices that you want. But I really go to town and have a good sort of 10 grinds on each of the 4 grinders that I've got, and sort of toss the prawns around in the liquid. And then when the prawns look more or less ready, I then, you can either take the prawns out, but I found the quickest and easiest way is now I just cut the top of my cauliflower rice bag open, and it doesn't matter really whether you've defrosted the cauli rice or it's still frozen. Yeah, I just tip the whole lot in, and because of that liquid now that's got all the herbs and spices in, I just stir that through, and my mouth's watering just talking about it. The cauliflower rice kind of absorbs all the liquid, and then I do put a little bit more of the spices onto the cauliflower as well. It's just the most delicious meal. The van smells amazing when I do it. Amelia's started sort of saying, oh god, that smells gorgeous, will you make it for me? So I'm running out of prawns at double the rate, because now every time Amelia smells me cooking it, she wants it as well. So I'm having to do, like, I'll do mine and then hers separate so that I don't get muddled up with the quantities. But it's just my most favourite meal. So I've been repeating that, and I could honestly repeat that 200 calorie meal every night on step 2. But I have tried my hardest to start changing things up now. So for instance, last night I had tuna, and again with the prawns I picked in the first place because when you read your steps booklet that you get when you go on this plan, I call it value for money, but what I mean is each of the protein selections that you've got, there's a different weight, and if you want the most weight of protein for your money, prawns is the one. I mean, you can just have so many prawns, it's amazing. But tuna, I had tuna last night and I was actually really surprised. It's nearly 2 tins of tuna you're allowed as your protein. And again, I just put a load of herbs and spices in with that from my grinders, apple cider vinegar or malt vinegar as I used last night because it's all I had to hand, and put that on a massive salad, and that was really tasty last night as well. Tonight for tea, when I finish filming this video actually, I have pre-cooked some chicken breasts off, and what I've done is I've put it in a little sandwich bag, one of the chicken breasts, and it weighed exactly what you're allowed, which is 170 grams, which is amazing. I've always have like cut up lemons and limes in the freezer. I just buy them when they're on offer at Lidl, which is usually on the weekend offers. slice them up, put them in sandwich bags, pop them in the freezer, and I kind of use those in my drinks as well instead of ice cubes. So I had a few of the lemon slices left, and I just popped them out of the freezer, sort of laid them on the chicken into the bag, and then give it a good sort of squidge in the bag just to release some of that lemon juice, and that is now sat with all the herbs and spices and the lemon. My house watering again. Yeah, it's in a sandwich bag, basically marinating, ready for me to have with my salad tonight. So I am trying to switch it up, because I'm aware that when I used to do Slimming World, I'd find a favourite meal and I'd do that meal to death until I got bored of it. And I just think I just want to have as much variety in my diet now. But I don't think I would ever get sick of the prawns meal, but I do think, yeah, it's nice just to try and keep it yeah, just keep it different, keep changing it up. So right, so the big news is, and again, if you don't follow me on social media, you won't know this, and this is why I've been very, very busy this week since we got back from Wales. I forgot where we'd been then. Was that a couple of weeks into doing the plan, as you do, you get chatting, you make friends with your consultant, and my consultant's amazing, by the way. Her name's Sammy, she's from Beverley, and I instantly connected with her just from reading her profile on the website, on the Cambridge website, when I was looking for a consultant. So yeah, we got chatting every week, and she was aware that I'd been a manager for Virgin V and things like that before. And just from me kind of having a chat with her about that, she said she thinks, you know, I'd make a perfect consultant. She could see obviously in front of her eyes that I was changing. I was very sad, shall we say. Well, I mean, I'm underestimating, let's face it, I was really in quite a dark and bad place at the time. I was just lifting a little bit, which made it possible for me to seek out some help, because I think when you're in a really bad place, it's sometimes hard to even ask for help. And I'd just come to the end of my tether with my weight, really, and I just thought, I've tried everything, there's nothing I can do about this, I'm just going to have to accept the way I am. And just really from, I don't know, just looking at other people's journeys and looking at weight loss things on Instagram. And yeah, anyway, if you want to know the full story of how I came to be on the diet, I don't know why I went off on a tangent there, but the first video I did coming on explaining why, just the research that I'd done, and that the plan's completely changed, and it's just not like the old Cambridge at all. So yeah, the one-to-one diet, as it's called now, I just I love it so much. So when she kind of planted the seed about me becoming a consultant, it was just a seed at that point, and I thought about it more and more, and I thought, you know what, if this has done what it's done for me in 4 weeks, can you imagine if I help other people, spread the word about it? However, you know, people don't have to come to me and do the diet with me. I just want to get the word out there about how fantastic this plan is. But I thought, how cool would it be if I could help people personally on a one-to-one basis, as the diet's called. So I just jumped in basically, and I said, yeah, okay then, if you think that, you know, I could do this, then I'd love to give it a go. So I jumped on a Zoom meeting for people who wanted to be prospective consultants, listen to everything that the speakers had to say. And I mean, I just knew really, but I knew even more within sort of 10 minutes of listening to a lot of the new ladies that had come on as consultants, that it was definitely something I wanted to do. So I said, yeah, I definitely want to do it then. Now I've done the sort of introduction, I want to do it. So I was then booked in for my training, and I could have done it more or less a night or two after that Zoom call, but I thought, no, I want to just concentrate on the family holiday. We're going away to Wales. I don't want to rush. I just want to take my time. And yeah, and do a bit more research myself as well, really, because obviously only being on the diet sort of 4 or 5 weeks at that point, I think it was. I thought, you know, I want to ensure that I'm clued up enough myself. I know you get the training and everything, but it's just the kind of person I am. I have to know the ins and outs of everything. So Sammy very kindly gave me some literature to take away with me, and I also had the one-to-one diet magazine, which they do monthly as well, which is amazing. And yeah, so I was a little bit clued up on it before I went into the training. Now, as I say, we got back on the Saturday, and luckily for me, within sort of 4 or 5 days, there was another training course, the August one. And so yeah, on was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. I did my training, and I more or less took the quiz straight after, but I was dipping in and out of it. I wasn't going to submit the quiz at first, the questionnaire for the accreditation. But yeah, in the end, I'd had inquiries already through Instagram and other social media platforms, and I thought, God, there's people like, they want to do what I'm doing, you know, they want the weight gone, they want the help. What am I waiting for? So I actually submitted the questionnaire, and I got the email through the following morning to say that I'd passed. So yeah, as of yesterday, I am a fully accredited Cambridge weight plan consultant for the one-to-one plan. So yeah, and I'm just so excited. I've already got one lady signed up. She's a lovely lady. I won't say her name because I don't know if she'd want me to, but somebody that's followed me on YouTube for quite a while and seen my ups and downs with Slimming World, and she struggled herself on and off different diets as well. So I'm just really excited to help her. I know that, you know, she can feel as good as I do right now within the next week to 4 weeks. Just, well, straight away, as soon as she gets weighed on the first week, I know she'll be hooked the way I was. As soon as she tastes the food, yeah, it's just amazing. And I just feel great. I mean, 7 weeks, nearly 2 stone, and I'm just so excited for Christmas, because I know at the rate that I'm losing weight, I will be at goal by Christmas, which is just crazy. To say that I've been on and off Slimming World since I've been about 21, never got to target, and just ended up getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I can't even imagine what I'm going to be able to do. Getting more weight off, getting to a target weight, the clothes that I'm going to be able to wear. I'll probably end up walking around now at the age of 47 as mutton dressed as lamb, because if it's something I've always wanted to wear and I'm too old to wear it, then stuff it, I don't care, because I'm just going to wear it anyway, just because I can. So yeah, I don't care if I get funny looks. So yeah, I just can't say enough about it, really. So I think I've told you everything. So yeah, I've jumped from step 1A as a brief sort of overview. I've jumped from step 1A, which was 3 products, to step 2, which is 3 products and your own 200 calorie meal. Now, another thing actually that I didn't mention, they do actually do what they call step up meals, which is a little baggie that you put in the microwave, but again, you can just pop it in a pan and cook it if you're on the go. And I did buy all 4 flavours of those to take in the van, in case one evening I just couldn't be bothered to make myself a salad or my prawns or whatever. I've only got one of the step up meals left, which I'm having tomorrow for my Sunday dinner, because it's the beef casserole, which everybody raves about. But the other 3 step up products, I loved them all, so they're a massive hit. And again, even on step 2, if you didn't want to cook yourself anything and you just wanted to have everything laid out for you, you can actually buy the step up meals. So yeah, you don't even have to think about that as well, which is crazy. But yeah, so I'm on step 2, 800 calories a day. I've never felt so satisfied, and it's because everything has got so much nutrition in it that my body is getting everything it needs. It doesn't need the bulk, it just wants the nutrition. You know that I'm not good with water. I'm managing 3 litres of water a day, absolutely no worries at all, and that's all down thanks to the flavourings, the drinks flavourings that Cambridge do. They do 4 different flavours. I think we've got, what have we got? We've got orange, pineapple, these are separate, orange, pineapple, lemon and lime, and my favourite, which is raspberry and elderflower. If you mix the lemon and lime and the pineapple together, it makes lilt if you do it with fizzy water. And the other one that they do is the golden veg flavouring, which is great. So sometimes, especially at the beginning when I was just getting used to going from the pig that I was, let's face it, and all the calories that I used to eat, to 600 calories a day, obviously for the first week or so that is a big shock to your body, but eventually your stomach shrinks and it's ace. I mean, the products are really filling anyway, but just kind of mid-afternoon I used to feel like I needed a little something. So the golden veg flavouring's amazing, because you just put a teaspoon in with some hot water, and it's just like I wouldn't say it's a cup of soup because it's not thick like a cup of soup, but it's good. It really hits the spot, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think there's been a product that I've tried that I don't like. The shakes, the porridges, the soups, the smoothies, the bars, the packet meals, the step up meals. Yeah, there's so much variety now. It's nothing like Cambridge used to be in the olden days, as I would say. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to tell you really, other than if you do want to do this plan at all, I am now, Cambridge has changed it slightly, and before obviously you would find a Cambridge consultant in your area, and you would go to them and you would get weighed, and the good thing about it as well is it's not a group situation. That's why it's called the one-to-one. You are completely one-on-one with a consultant. They are your personal private consultant. It's just brilliant the way it's done. You'll get your initial consultation, which is an hour, then you get a half an hour appointment every week. But the great thing that Cambridge has done now, which they found very successful throughout lockdown and things like that, is the virtual consulting. So it doesn't matter where you live in the UK or Ireland, I can actually be your consultant. Now obviously there are people that want to see somebody face to face, which is, you know, that everybody's different, and obviously you would then go on the Cambridge website and you would type in your postcode and find a consultant local to you. But if you did want to diet with me, and so we can all lose weight together, then I can absolutely do that, as I'm doing with this other young lady that's been watching me on YouTube. She lives nowhere near me. I'm going to do it by Zoom video call, but yeah, we can do it by normal telephone, or we can do it by Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, or WhatsApp video call as well. So many different ways of doing it. So yeah, hit me up if you need any help at all, if you want any information about the plan. But otherwise I will see you in another video. Like I say, I am going to try and make the videos Wednesdays from now on, especially now I'm not on holiday. And keep your fingers crossed for me, because I'm in touching distance of my 2 stone award, which is what my goal is, and absolutely achievable with Cambridge, is a stone a month. I know, it's mad. So keep everything crossed for me that I get my 2 stone award on Wednesday, which you know now that I'm not going to do, because if you know me, I always get within half a pound of what I want to do. But anyway, we'll see. I'm glugging the water. What's the saying they have at Cambridge? Oh, I forgot now about the water. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna go. Just, yeah, you should be drinking water when it's hot anyway. So yeah, get in touch, DM me, come across and follow me on the social medias that I've put below. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Like the video if you think I'm doing well, and if you're not already, because I have noticed on my analytics, which tells you about the people that watch you, where they're from, what sex they are, what age group they fall into and stuff like that, around 87% of the people who are watching this video aren't subscribed. Why aren't you subscribed? It's free. Just click the button to yeah, just do it, subscribe, and leave me a comment and all that good stuff. Right, I'm gonna go anyway, because I'm gonna make up my chicken salad, so you'll have to look on Instagram, you'll see what I'd eaten that night when I made this video. Anyway, I'm babbling, so I am going now. I miss you and I like talking to you, but yeah, I'm going. Bye.